Hi, folks. Welcome to the Creative Nomad, presented by TrueAwesomeLife.com. I'm your host, JP Adkins, and I created this podcast because I want to tell the stories of the radicals, the ones who are out there making the world a better, more beautiful place, the amazing authors, artists, musicians, thought leaders, coaches, and yes, nomads who are out there living their true awesome lives and want to help others do the same. Are you ready to live your true awesome life? Go to TrueAwesomeLife.com and start your journey today.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Creative Nomad. Today, I just wanted to come in and unfortunately, our wonderful guest, Ken, could not make it today. So I want to just come in and say hi and see how you were all doing. It's been a long time since we've really had a chat. I haven't been going live very often. And I know that this year has been just different for many people. Everyone's kind of saying that they're doing some crazy things and how things are just not the same as they've been, good and bad, right? So I thought I'd come in and I would ask you a few questions, okay? And see where you are and how you are doing. Please disregard that I still haven't, this is the first time I've gone live in my laptop, and I realized I need to go live on my laptop and take out that message. So if you're seeing this live, don't click that link. It's not going to work for you. But so many people, including myself, have been really taking on a new energy this year. And one of the things that I'm doing is I'm reading Michael Singer's book, The Untethered Soul, finally. Now, I have had many lessons taught for me from this book, but I've never taken the time to actually read the book. I know how many of you can relate, right? Because I thought I knew what it said. And I also believe in divine timing and how it's so important for you to know that things are working for you at the right time, right? When you're ready for a message, the messenger will appear. So today I want to ask you a few questions about your life and just to see where you are and how you are defining what success looks like, right? And how these are some ways that I define my success. Okay. So the first thing is that every piece of my life is personally defined. And I want you to rate yourself 1 to 10, right? So if you feel like every piece of your life is personally defined, you're all in, that's a 10. If you're, most things are, yeah, sure. Then that would be a 5-ish. If you're like, no, I just kind of fell into this life, that's a 0. Question number 2 I want to ask is, what can I express myself no matter what room I'm in? I can express myself no matter what room I'm in. I feel totally comfortable doing that. Yeah, sure. Awesome. Yeah, no. Yeah, I am. Or I clam up, right? I am deeply connected to my higher self. I am deeply connected to my higher self. There's something bigger than us. And when we're connected, there's an energy that flows. Michael talks about this all the time, about the energy that flows to you and through you if you just let it through. If you feel very connected, it's a 10. Or you've kind of blocked yourself off a little bit, that'd be a 0. 1, 2, right? We're probably not a absolute on either side of that, right? I have a clear vision of success that I have defined without societal influence. This is a big one, right? One of the big things that I talk about a lot is how we have to define our version of success, because if we don't define our version of success, then we are following some kind of thing that we may not even want. That big corner office is not something I want, right? And when you start defining what success looks like to you, you can go after what it is that for you that you want. And it's a lot more obtainable. So the next question is, I rarely fix problems because I am too busy creating the life I want. One of the big things I talk about also is that there's a big difference between creating and problem solving, right? They both require you to do something, but the energy around it is different. So if all you're ever doing is trying to get out of a thing, right? Out of a situation, out of here, right? You're going against everything. Mother Teresa said it best. I will go to a peace rally all day long, but I'm not going to go to an anti-war rally. It's what you're for, not what you're against. And so many people get stuck in that I have to fix a problem. I have to fix this problem. I have to fix this problem instead of creating the life that they want. If you are someone that is totally, just creating the life that you want, or if you're just sitting here fixing the problem of this is what I want to do. That'd be a 0. Next question. I can change my reality easily. I can change my reality easily. Whoo! That one can hit you, right? Because we are in charge of our reality. We see our reality. Our reality comes from us. So can you change that reality? Can you shift your emotional and what you're looking at so that your reality shifts easily? And sometimes I'll tell you, the next year was not easy for me to shift my reality. I would see little glimpses and then something would happen, right? I would see little glimpses of my reality, the reality that I wanted, and then something would happen. I would fall back in. I'd fall into Plato's cave, right? I can change my reality easily. Next one is, I have a powerful worldview that empowers my relationships. Bam. Your worldview touches every piece of your life. And if you don't know what your worldview is, answer these questions. The world is fill in the blank. People are fill in the blank. And I am fill in the blank. The world is, people are, and I am. Now, if you do that and it's empowering and it moves you forward, you have a really powerful worldview that empowers your relationships. That's a 10. If you look at that and you're like, ooh, now don't filter this. Just say what's right there because you created this way back as a 6-year-old. True. And you've been proving it ever since. Of course, I get a call right in the middle of that. So, next question. I know how to control the narrative so that people perpetuate me authentically. So, we are absolutely living our lives in conversations. Our lives are actually lived in conversations. It's a big concept. We go into it really big because it changes things, right? It's not about actually what you do. It's what people say about what you do, right? So your attitude has to be there. Everything has to be there. And you have to be able to control that narrative so that people can talk about you, whether that be close friends or the laundry guy down the street. When I was doing dry cleaning, there was this guy that came in. He was a big time executive at one of the auto places here. And he came in after the auto show and obviously got lucky in the limo on the way home. It was all over his pants. So I had conversations, right? And I don't know this guy. I could probably look him up and probably like get a bio and stuff like that. I didn't really know who he was. He came in, he was a pretty nice guy, but then I had judgments of what he did in the limo. You have judgments. Everyone that you meet has some kind of judgment and some kind of internal conversation about you, even for that brief second. Oh, they're nice. Oh, they're having a bad day. Have you ever seen a cashier that, was having a bad day and you knew it? You had a conversation about them. Now, as people get more intimate, the more that matters to you. But if you can't control that narrative, if you can't control what people are saying and how you are representing yourself so that people actually say the right things about you, that's the difference. So rate yourself 1 to 10. And last but not least, I have solid boundaries that allows deep relationships without being exhausted. I have solid boundaries that it allows deep relationships without being exhausted. Some people come into your life and they just drain all your energy. They want all your time. They want all of this. They want this. They want it this way. Period. Do you have the boundaries that allow you to fill your cup first? Rate yourself 1 to 10. Now, we're going to be in a whole range of places as we do this, right? Some of these we're going to be pretty good, 7, 8, 9s, and some of these we're going to be 1, 2, 3s. Maybe a few 5s in here from now and there, right? Because life in some areas is really good. In some areas we're not so good. We have things that we need to work on. This is what we do in the Dragonfly program. We work on all of these to make sure that you come up and show up as the most powerful version of yourself. So folks, if that interests you, if that's something that you want to do and that's something that you might think would be helpful, what I want you to do is I want you to go to trueawesomelife.com/clarity. And I'm going to put that on the board. trueawesomelife.clarity. Okay. And book a call with me. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to help you or not, right? Because it all depends on a lot of different factors. But what I can tell you is that when you leave that call, you will know exactly what you need to do to get to your next level, to get that which you desire. You might even get clear on what it is that you desire. Because that, I find, is one of the biggest problems, so that people don't even know what they want. Again, go to trueawesomelife.com/clarity. Thank you so much for being here today. I love each and every one of you. This is going to be short and sweet, and I will see you all soon. You guys be good.
Thanks for listening to the Creative Nomad Show. If you have any questions about this or any other episodes, go to creativenomadshow.com. There's also a link at the bottom if you are a radical and would like to be a guest, you can apply to be on the show there. Thanks again, and know that you are loved. Awesome Life, we look for the world changers who want to live in creativity, authenticity, and profitability whenever, wherever. So check out trueawesomelife.com and let's get started.